Hello everybody, this is Chris. It's been a few weeks since I've made a video. I just want to make a quick one, kind of in light of what's happened in San Bernadino yesterday, and really what's been happening across the nation, which are these horrific massacres that we read about, it seems, more often than ever before. And so in this video, I just want to quickly discuss something that keeps bugging me regarding these tragedies. Now, first of all, despite what some people are saying, we absolutely need to pray for all the people affected by this horrific tragedy in San Bernardino and all tragedies everywhere. Our country may be slowly, rather quickly, going the way of post-Christian Europe and diving further into the vortex of secular materialism, but that doesn't mean that God isn't still fully in control, that Jesus isn't still king, or that we won't all be held accountable one day before him for our actions, because we will. All those things are true, and they're all unchangeable regardless of how people feel. So more importantly than watching this video actually is to pray, fast, and make reparation for the horrors in this world. Now, there are a few thoughts I have regarding this horrific tragedy. First of all, I am certainly all for keeping firearms away from those who show a propensity to use them for violence. But there are three far greater issues that are unfortunately being downplayed in the debate surrounding these slew of massacres that I think we need to discuss. And they are Islamic terrorism, the breakdown of the family, and the normalization and glorification of violence and gore in the media. First off, it may be politically incorrect to say so, but the fact is that Muslims across the world, the majority of whom are actually quite peaceful, have a grave problem on their hands. And that is that there are a small but very powerful and growing number of them who believe that their God commands them to kill people who don't think exactly like they do. This is a fact that is irrefutable. We can have a legitimate debate about whether Islam itself is a peaceful religion, its place in society, etc., etc. But the reality is that untold thousands of people have died in the name of the religion of Islam, in the past decade alone. Now, Christianity doesn't have this problem, nor does Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, or any other world religion. Only Islam has it. And the fact is, all moderate Muslims must stand and unequivocally condemn and take active measures like fighting against terror groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, and Al-Shabaab. It's something that Muslims of goodwill must do. And secondly, our society, especially Europe, the United States, and Latin America, is quickly going down the tube with the breakdown of the family. So many children grew up now without a father figure in their lives, and statistics consistently show that these individuals are far more prone to becoming involved in crime than their peers who grew up in homes where both parents were present. I am not at all belittling those raised in single homes or any other non-traditional family. Of course, certainly not. But the fact remains that the family has been downgraded in recent decades due to a variety of factors. Lastly, people are gradually just becoming desensitized to violence. Think back to the 1950s. How many school shootings were there back then? How many random killings for which there was no discernible motive? How many violent movies on the silver screen and violent TV shows? Very few, if any, in fact. R-rated movies, TVMA programs, mature-rated video games, and the like are so normal now that many of us don't even really pay attention to the rating system anymore. We see somebody get brutally murdered, and while it might make us temporarily cringe, we accept it as just the way the media is now. Can anyone honestly say that gun control is the real issue and not the three issues I have just mentioned? I strongly suspect not. Until we learn what is actually causing these senseless acts of murder, they are going to continue to happen with greater frequency. And so I truly believe that Islamic terrorism, the threat of Islamic terrorism, and the reality that it's proliferating now, it's getting even stronger, the breakdown of the family and the ensuing immorality that's resulted from that, and the also the immorality that caused the breakdown of the family in the first place, and thirdly, the normalization, the glorification, the frequency, the abundance of just violent movies, violent video games, TV shows, All that stuff, I think, has done far more to contribute to these onslaught of violent massacres in the United States than too many guns. Now, of course, guns need to be regulated. I'm a gun owner myself. I'm all for the Second Amendment. I think guns are great as long as people use them for the right purposes. But I don't, and certainly yes, there needs to be sensible gun control. But I don't think guns are the problem. I think rather the problem is that we are too politically correct as a society, and we are afraid to say what the real problems are for fear of offending people. Well, quite frankly, I would rather be offended than be dead. And I hope you would feel the same way. So we need to throw off the political correctness and actually have a real conversation about what the problem is. Oh, thank you all, and God bless you.